Hello students, welcome to this new lecture of the new chapter which is current electricity. So today we are going to start the new chapter current electricity. So what mean by the current electricity? Before we go through the topic, it is necessary to know that what mean by the current electricity is. So first of all, you will clear what is mean by current. But before that, current electricity means the connection that we have in our home from outside, from the direct current to the alternative current. Okay, so that direct current is from the outside of the home. First of all, come in our home, and after that it converted into the alternative current, that is in AC. Okay, and after that current is supplied to the your TV, your refrigerator, your AC, and many electrical appliances. Okay, and this is how we are utilizing the electric current. We are utilizing the electric current. So what mean by the electric current, and what are the different parameters or the different phenomena or the concepts are related to the electric current, we are going to see in this chapter. So this kind of currents are basically used in schools, then hospitals, banks, and many government sectors. Okay, many sectors or government offices, and domestic means in our home. So if we think about the school, then to ring your bell, to use the PCs or the computers, and for your cameras. Okay, so there is the need of electricity. Okay, or you can say there is current electricity is necessary. And in the second application, hospitals, to use the different light sources there. There are the many equipments are there which are run over the this current electricity. So the hospital is also important sector where the current electricity is widely used. And third one is the banks. Banks means there are also the computers, there are ACs are there. So there are also different types of equipments which are run in with the help of the current electricity. Government offices will be the same one, applications will be using of the current electricity. And your domestic uses means in your home, like to charge your mobile, to in for the TV, for the means your refrigerator, for your air conditioner. Okay, so these are the few uses to which the current electricity is necessary. So what is the science behind this current electricity, and what are the different concepts that we don't know about the current or the electricity, we are going to see in this chapter, current electricity. Okay, now we will start the first one point, that is the potential and the potential difference. Potential and potential difference. Potential and potential difference. Okay, now if you have seen the dam, okay, dam means where the water is collected at very high quantity, then the water will be allowed to fall. I will draw the diagram so you will understand, or we will take the simple one example. So this is the diagram through which we are going to learn what mean by the potential difference is. So if you see here, what you can see, there are the two bottles, bottle A and bottle B. So if you see the bottle A, so it is at the higher level, rather than that of the bottle B. Okay, so there is one pipe is connected between bottle A and B, okay, through which the water will be flowing. Okay, through which water will be flowing. Now as the bottle B is at lower level than that of the water A, so the water, if you fill into the bottle A, then the water will flow from A to B through this pipe, and the water B will starts to fill. Okay, now so then what will happen, this flow will be continuous unless the level of the water will become same. The level of the water will become same, and that is nothing but the potential. In the simple way, if we want to understand what mean by the potential is, potential means ability, or the, you can say, the ability of to do work, that is the potential. Ability to do work is the potential. And here is the work is the flow of water from bottle A to B. Okay, as the water is bottle A is at the higher potential, so that the potential will be always flowing from the A to B through this wire. Okay, so this is the example of the potential. Now we will see the exact diagram through which we are going to learn. Okay, potential, what means the potential difference here. Okay, so this is the arrangement for the to understand the potential difference. Okay, what mean by the potential difference? So in this experiment, you can see there are the two electrodes. You can see here. First one is at the higher potential. Okay, the positive charges flows higher potential, that is having the plus sign, and the B is having the lower electric potential. Higher electric potential, lower electric potential. Okay, and there is the one wire is connected between them. Which will carry the electric current. And this is the stand with the insulating material. Which is provided there. So you can see here a positive charge flows from the higher potential to the lower potential. Okay, now a positive charge will be flowing from the A to B. As the A is at the higher potential, the positive charge will be flowing from the A to B. Okay, now after that, due to the conduction negatively charged electrons flow from the point lower potential to the higher potential. Now positive charge will flow from higher potential to lower potential, but the electron will be flow from lower potential to the higher potential. Okay, now after that, the difference between the values of potential A and B. Okay, the difference between values of potential, suppose value of potential is 100 at A and value of potential is 50. So the 100 minus 50 is remains 50 will be the potential, potential difference between them. Will be the potential difference between them. Okay. Now this transfer of potential from A to B will be continuous unless the potential between them will become same. Okay, or potential between them will become zero. Okay. Now if we want to see the potential difference, the difference in potential between the positive and negative terminals of the cell is called the potential difference. Potential difference sets the electron in motion. It results the flow of electricity. Okay, so this potential difference sets the flow of electron from negative charge to the positive charge. Flow of electron from negative charge to the positive charge, and that's why there will be cause a flow of electricity will be there. Now, as far as the unit for the formula for the potential difference is V is the potential difference, and it is nothing but the work done upon Q. Work done upon charge will be there. And as far as unit of potential difference is concerned, it is joule per coulomb. Joule per coulomb. Okay, this is the unit for the potential difference. This is the unit for the potential difference. So this is what we have learned. I will explain one more time. So there are the two instruments we have said, which is first one is having the positive charge on the higher potential. This is the negative charge having the lower potential. They are supported with the insulating material. Now there will be the flow of potential or the current from the positive to the negative terminal, and this current will, and there will be the flow of electron from the negative to the positive. This will cause to create the electricity. Now we can say that this flow of potential will be continuous unless its difference will not become the zero. Okay, unless its difference will not become zero. Now the definition of the potential is difference in potential between the positive and the negative terminals or terminals of a cell is called a potential difference. Difference between positive and negative terminals is called as a potential difference, and the formula for is work done upon charge. This is the work done upon charge, so the unit will be joule per coulomb. So this is what we have learned in the potential and the potential difference. Now we will see the next point. Now we are going to see the free electrons. Free electrons. Now the electrons, so I will draw the diagram first so you will understand very easily. I will draw the diagram. Now suppose this is the iron rod. And there are that dots with the arrow are indicated. That dots with the arrow are indicated for the dots or the arrow indicated for the free electrons are there. Indicated for the free electrons. So if you see the arrows of that electron, they are randomly distributed here and there. Means the arrow, if you see, they are distributed randomly, and they are having a very weak bonding with the nucleus. They are bonded very weakly with the nucleus, and that's what is called as free electrons. Means there is no any boundary, there is no any restriction to flow in the particular direction. Okay, these electrons don't have any restriction to flow any particular direction. Okay, that's why the electrons are moving in random motion, in randomly distributing motion. That's why, and those electrons are bonded very weakly. Those electrons are bonded very weakly with the nucleus, and those called as the free electrons. Those electrons are called as a free electrons. Now students, if I made one provision to this, then what will happen? Just tell me. If I made the provision, I will, okay, suppose I connect one cell, I connect this arrangement with the cell, then what will happen? Electric cell. Okay, this is positive, this is negative. Okay, positive and negative. Okay, so this is the arrangement. This is the arrangement we have done. At first, there we have considered the one iron rod is there. Okay, at which the electrons were distributed randomly. The electrons were distributed randomly means there was no any restriction for the electrons to flow in the particular direction. There was no any restriction. Now what we have done, this arrangement or this provision we have just connected with the electrical cell, or we are connected with the electrical cell. Here is positive charge and the negative charge. This is the cell. Okay, now what will happen? Which change will happen? Which change will happen, you can say. Now what will happen, I will tell you. The most important change will occur here is so if you see to this arrangement and the electric cell is connected across the two ends of this iron rod, then what will happen? There will be the flow of electron in the particular direction will occur, and the second one, the electric current will be flow through this conductor. Okay. Now, so if we connect this cell and start the flow of electric current, so the first of all, the electrons of the iron rod were distributed randomly in any direction. Now, as the electric current is flowing, so the flow of electron is in this direction. If you see, then this is the electrons which are flowing in this direction. These are the electrons flowing in this direction. Now, the the direction of electric current will be exactly in opposite than that of the flow of electron. This is your current. This is your current. Okay. So these will be the changes occur. These changes will occur here. The first of all, the iron rod was there, which has distributed randomly, in which the electrons were distributed randomly. After that, we have connected this rod across the two ends of the cell. As the electric current is flowing through that cell, then the electric current has been flowing through that iron rod. Then what has happened? The flow of electron which was distributed randomly firstly, they have got the particular direction which is having this direction. The electrons are flowing from the negative charge to the positive charge, and the flow of electric current will be this time positive charge to the negative charge. So now the electrons are restricted to flow in the particular one direction, okay, in this direction. So this is how the difference between the free electrons when there is no any electric current is applied across its end, and this is the electrons in the restriction current flow through the conductor or current flow through the wire. Then there will be the restricted motion of the electrons will be there, and the generation of electric current will be there. Okay, so this is what the exactly difference between the flow of electron and the when the electric cell is connected across the two ends. Okay, so this is the part of free electrons and the current flowing through the conductor we have taken. Now after that we will see the now students, we will proceed the next part of this chapter. Now the next part is electric current. Okay, next part we are going to learn is electric current. Electric current. Now what mean by the electric current? So in the simple way, the electric current means a flow of charge. A flow of charge is nothing but the electric current. Then we can consider flow of charge per unit time or in unit time or per unit time. Per unit time, that will be the current. That will be the perfect definition of current. A flow of charge through the wire or through the conductor for a unit time in second or in minute. It is called as electric current. It is called as electric current. Now, if mathematically I have to write the electric current, then it will be I. The electric current is defined as flow of current, flow of charge per unit time. That is, the Q is the charge, T is the time. So the current electric current is defined as the flow of charge per unit time. Flow of charge per unit time. Now the unit of charge in SI system is coulomb. The unit of this charge in SI system is coulomb. Okay, it is coulomb. Now for the time it is second. So for the time it is second. Now current is expressed. This current is expressed in ampere. Current is expressed in ampere. So now the charge on one electron will be charge on one electron. One electron having the charge 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. 1.6 and 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb will be there. Okay, so this is what all about the electric current. Electric current is defined as a flow of electron flowing through any conductor or any device for a per unit time is called the electric current. And as far as mathematically we have to express that I is equal to Q by T, which means the charge upon time, and the current is expressed in the ampere, and the charge on one electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Okay, so this is what we have learned. Now the ampere, what mean by the ampere? Ampere is the unit in which the current is measured. Okay, now it is said to be 1 ampere current is flowing through the conductor when the unit charge for a second flows through the conductor. That is the ampere. That is nothing but the ampere. Now student, for sake of your convenience, we will take one example so you will understand. What they have given, a current of 0.4 ampere. Current, how much they have given? I will write direct values. A current of 0.4 ampere. Current of 0.4 ampere flows through a conductor for 5 minutes. Flows through a conductor for 5 minutes. So the time they have given 5 minutes. Okay. How much charge would be passed through the conductor? So we have to calculate the charge. We have to calculate the charge. Okay. Now we have to calculate the charge. Now we have the formula. That current is equal to, that I is equal to Q by T. I is equal to Q by T. Now we have to calculate the Q here. Okay. So the formula will become Q is equal to IT. I into T. Q is equal to I into T. Now simply we will put the values. So I, the current they are given the 0.4 ampere. 0.4 into the time is 5 minutes. So the time they have given in the minute. So first of all we have to convert it into the second. Okay. So if we have to convert it into the second, then we have to multiply by the 60. So this value of 5 into this 60, okay, into this 60. So 60, when we multiply this 5 into 60, then it will convert it into the second. Now if you do the entire multiplication, then we will get the 5, okay, 5 6 are, so 0.4 into 300. Now if we make this calculation, then 30, this answer will be 120 coulomb. 120 coulomb will be the answer. Okay, so this is how we have calculated the amount of charge which is flowing through the condition in the given condition. Okay, I will explain the example one more time. In the problem, they are given a current of 0.4 ampere flows through a conductor for 5 minutes. Okay, so first of all, 0.5 ampere we have written, current is equal to 0.5 ampere, and for 5 minutes, time they have given 5 minutes. Okay, then we have to calculate the charge. So we have the formula I is equal to Q by T. So Q is equal to I into T. So this T, when comes to this sign of equality sign, so it will become multiplied to the current. So Q is equal to I into T. Now value of I is 0.4 into time they have given into the minute. So we have to convert it into the second. To convert it into the second, we multiply with the 60. So entire multiplication will be 120 coulomb. The charge will be 120 coulomb. And the most important thing I would like to remember you one more time, whenever you will calculate the final answer, so then you don't have to forget to write the unit. Okay, most of the students who are topper or who are scholar into the science subject, they are also forgetting to write the unit of that particular quantity, and they lost their half or 1 mark. Okay, so never forget to write the unit of the final answer you have calculated. Okay, so this is what we have learned about the electric current, and we have took the formula, we have took one example also, so you will understand. Now student, the next part of this chapter we will see in the next video. If you have any queries or if you have any doubts, then you can contact me. Okay, so I will clear your doubts. So this is enough for now. This much is enough for this lecture. So the next part we will take into the next video. Thank you so much.